Guys, Texas takes another L. Or is it an L? I don't know. Whichever way it goes, this woman right here is going to be the woman that we're talking about. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. This looks like a pretty smile, normal looking woman, and it's anything but normal. This story is, I mean, I know I keep telling y'all this, but each story just keeps getting worse and worse, and this is not going to be any exception. But a homicide investigation is underway after an autopsy determined that a 1-year-old Texas toddler who was reportedly found dead and her brother found dead late in September, they died of neglect. We're going to talk about some of these screenshots as well. Now, while Janaea Boyd, who is one of the kids right there, as you can see on the screen, cause and manner of death have been determined, the news reported that autopsy results for her brother, who was 2-year-old Terrikah Boyd, and I'm assuming that's Tariq because it's spelled T-E-R-I-C or T-E-R-R-I-C. Y'all know how we are with these black names. They look a certain way, but they're not pronounced a certain way, right? I'm assuming that's Tariq and Janaea remain pending. Now, on September 30th, Janaea and Tariq Boyd's bodies were found in their Temple, Texas home. Texas, what is going on? Like, it seems like every few weeks, every month, another state takes the mantle for the amount of bullshit that goes on. And it seems like Texas is trying to run away with it this year. Now, let's talk about this. These babies were found in the home, in their Temple, Texas home, with their with their mentally challenged, with their Black Queen, Mother of the Year mother, right here that you guys see on the screen, the Queen of the Year, Terrikah Haynes. This broad is 36 years old. She is my age. And she was reportedly conscious but unresponsive. I have no idea what that means. She was conscious but unresponsive. I don't know. 2 girls, ages 4 and 6, were removed from the home at the time. So what does all of this mean? That means that Terrikah Haynes, 36 years old, had 4 children in the house. Yes, Melissa, Boomer Sooner, if you guys did not watch the game this weekend, what a hell of a game. And, you know, shout out to them for doing their thing. We are now officially in the college playoff. I love it. Like I say, man, shout out to OU. And let me give a shout out real quick to Mom's Fur Babies. Y'all know who she is. She's the one who issues the challenges and all of that good stuff. Shout out to Mom's Fur Babies, from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for at least showing up in the chat. And she always puts something down, whether it be in the PayPal or the Super Chat. I appreciate y'all doing it. Anytime people find it in their budget to support what we do here, which is speaking for children who cannot defend themselves, they cannot speak for themselves. And I want you guys to think about this. She had a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Back to back to back to back. Do you guys catch that? I can fix that chat on the screen. Let me try to refresh it real quick. See what happens. There we go. All these children back to back to back to back. So a lot of times what we want to do is we want to blame, well, the father probably walked out of this situation. Well, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about this story, and maybe you might not be so quick to try to point the finger at the father, knowing how mentally deranged this chick is, okay? Now, this grisly discovery was reportedly made after the Salvation Army asked local police to conduct a welfare check. An officer wrote that an odor of decay, can somebody please let me know that y'all heard what I just said? An odor of decay was emitting from the home, which was hot, and it did not have electricity or running water. Do y'all need me to read that again? Or did everybody catch what I just said? I think most of you might have heard it. They had no electricity. They had no running water. It was hot in there, and it smelled like dead bodies. I wish I had my pen right now. Take a pen, bookmark that part of the story. We'll come back to it. Now, authorities said that one of the girls rescued from the home was found on the floor next to the mother. There was reportedly nothing to drink inside the home. I'm going to read that again. Y'all see these drinks? If nothing else, I'm going to always have drinks in my house. There was reportedly nothing to drink inside the home, which was littered with empty 2-liter bottles of soda and empty juice boxes. Haynes, the mother, was arrested on child endangerment charges on October the 16th. Now, the news reported that as of Tuesday, she is facing 2 additional counts of abandonment or endangerment of a child with imminent bodily danger. Now, she remains in jail. Initially, they said about $150,000 bail. It's way too low for, in my opinion. But I think they upped it to $300,000, which is still too low in my opinion. What do y'all think? What do y'all think her bail should be? Personally, I don't think she should get a bail at all. But that's just my opinion. Now, pictures that were obtained from a person close to the family who asked not to be named. Of course, they don't want to stand out against this awesome black queen of theirs, you know, the infallible ones, the ones that can do no wrong. Of course, they don't want to show their face and come out and speak against this type of BS. But nonetheless, they asked not to be named, but they showed in these pictures clothing strewn about throughout the house, an overturned stroller, and an overturned bed. Now, for some people who ain't from the hood and from the ghetto that might wonder about that and be like, well, what's the deal with the overturned bed? You know what that means? That means the goddamn bed was so filthy that they didn't want to throw it away. They didn't want to get rid of it. Maybe she didn't have enough money, but she just flipped it over so that way that they can get new usage out of the bed. Maybe y'all might not be familiar with some ghetto shit like that, but that's usually the type of thing that happens, okay? We're going to talk about this screenshot here in a minute. We'll come back to that. Put a pin in it. We'll come back because the father's name is right there. We're going to come back to that here in a moment. Now, one picture that appears to have been taken inside of the mother's bedroom shows trash, clothes, and books thrown out and a mattress with a large stain on it. I don't want to imagine what possible stain that it was, okay? Now, officers observed that the home did not have electricity or running water. Now I have a question real quick for the people that are watching. Let me take a pause for the cause and say, click that thumbs up. If you're watching this stream, share the stream, let others know that we're live. Thank you to everybody that's already clicked the thumbs up. But if you would, just look down, click that thumbs up. Only takes a second. How is it possible in 2019, especially in the wintertime when it's cold and usually DHS, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. It's called the Energy Assistance Program. How many of you guys have ever had to go down there to DHS and you've heard that whenever times are hard, sometimes they'll just pick up your electricity and utility bills. They will pay for some of your electric bills, I think, especially when you have a cutoff notice. Especially when you have children, right? The fact that you have the ability to get food stamps, housing, get some, if not all of your electric bills paid. Some states provide car vouchers. All you have to do is just use the things that are there and just put it in the kids' hands and be clean. For the life of me, I don't understand. This is just flat out irresponsible. No excuse. There was also no food. I repeat, no food or fluids in the home for consumption. And that's coming from Temple spokesman Cody Weems. So to the family, if y'all want to email me some bull crap talking about, you don't have your facts right, Just Jay. You need to stop talking about these stories. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, maybe y'all need to talk to, I'm going to give y'all his name again, the Temple Police spokesman, Cody Weems. Go after him. Email him. Stop sending me that shit. I'm just saying, I got my facts right because this is what they're going to use in court, okay? Now, the officers who found the children on September the 30th determined that the house had neither electricity nor running water, and water services had been disconnected on September the 3rd, which means that they had been off for 27 days. 27 days with no running water. Hello? Y'all hear me? They did not find any fluids in the house that the children could drink, but did find empty 2-liter bottles of soda and empty juice boxes. What kind of shit is that? Empty juice boxes and bottles of soda on the floor in various rooms. The only food in the home was a few bags of dried beans and uncooked rice with no way to cook or prepare the beans and rice. Woosah, woosah, woosah. So let me finish the story. The temperature in the house was about 86 degrees. Now, how dumb is this woman to sit in this house knowing that there are these many issues in this house? If nothing else, for the biological father, why didn't she just give up custody if it was that bad? Now, y'all got to admit at some point that DJ Just Jay has a point. Can y'all admit that for me? Can anybody in the chat admit that maybe DJ has a point, especially when he keeps bringing us all of these heinous stories? Let me ask y'all this. What was the excuse that she didn't give up custody to the biological father in this case? No food, no electricity, no water. As y'all can see right here, we're going to talk about that. The father's name, let's go back here for a hot second. His name is Jamal, let me see. Jarmal Boyd, Jarmal Boyd Sr. It's either Jamal or Jarmal. I don't know if they wrote that wrong, but that's the name of the biological father, okay? So maybe he has some answers about this. But the children are found dead. 2 of the 4 children were found dead after Salvation Army employees who were working with the family to try to help this stupid bitch, right? They were working with her to try to help her. But they went to the home at around 11:30 a.m. on September the 30th, which is 27 days after her not having any utilities, to do a welfare check and got no response and then called the police. Let me ask you guys this question. What's the excuse? The fact that the Salvation Army came in and was helping her, knowing how many government services are already at her disposal. Hello? Anybody? Anybody? Interesting. Interesting. The 2 officers who answered the call discovered that the safety bolts were locked from the inside of the house, and they got no response when they knocked at both the front and rear doors, says by way of the affidavit. Now, one officer looked into the bedroom, and then he smelled the odor of decay, which is the dead bodies. And I don't know if y'all have ever smelled that before, but I'm going to tell you guys, that's not something you ever want to have to smell in your lifetime. I know people out there in Cuyahoga, Ohio County that live on that street where all the murders kept happening, where those 4 dead bodies were found in that house. Maybe they might be used to that, but I'm telling you, that's not a smell that you want to experience. All right? The officers found another bedroom window whose glass had been broken out from the inside. When they removed the screen and shade, and found a very young child, which is one of the other 2 that were found alive, who appeared to be very frightened and was on the ground by an adult female who was also on the floor, which was the mother. One officer entered the house through the window and moved the 2 young girls to a safe distance and checked on the woman identified as Terrikah Haynes, or whatever her freaking name is, right? She was conscious but would not speak, and her pupils appeared to be dilated. Officers found the younger children dead, which is the 1-year-old and 2-year-old. The 2 girls who were alive were taken to McLean Children's Hospital, were wearing clothing that had the odor of decay and trash and appeared to be hungry and thirsty. Because I love children, I'm going to read that again. The children were wearing clothes that smelled like their dead siblings. And trash. And they had not eaten and they had nothing to drink. The 2 children described living on fruit snacks. Keep in mind, the Salvation Army was already helping the mother, but they were living on fruit snacks. Interesting. The children appeared to have been dead for some time, which is the 1 and 2-year-old. The mother, Haynes, was taken to Scott and White Medical Center, and she appeared to be in a catatonic state. Now, I don't know how many smart people we got out there that know what the word catatonic means, but I'll give you the definition because even I didn't know. But catatonia is marked by a significant decrease in someone's reactivity to their environment. This can involve stupor, mutism, negativism, or motor rigidity, and even purposeless excitement, an officer said. I hope y'all understood what that definition is. If not, just Google search it. The 6-year-old and the 4-year-old girls were placed into Child Protective Services, CPS. So let's just hope that CPS does the responsible thing in this story. And according to TPD, the investigation into Tariq and Janae's death is an ongoing investigation. Let's go ahead and give you guys the fair usage, and I'll show you guys the couple of videos that I was able to find on this news story. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I do see that we had 2 people that donated. Let me give a shout out to my brother Last Chance. I know he's listening right now. So if you're listening, Last Chance, I'm going to give you a thumbs up on that, bro. Definitely appreciate that. So thank you for your donation. He sent that by way of PayPal. Also, Nancy, I think this is a first-time donator. Nancy, I want to thank you very much, not only for being here and listening to the story from the AFC, which is the Advocates for Children, but Nancy put her money where her mouth is. So thank you, Nancy, for your donation. I appreciate you. And the first person who donated was Mom's Fur Baby. So I definitely got to give her much love and a big shout out. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start this thing out. Let's get it.
In tonight's top story, the 2 children found dead in a Temple home September 30th have been identified, and now the community is coming together to help pay for their burial costs.
Meanwhile, a county court is exploring placing the other 2 children found in that home with extended family. 6 News reporter Andrew Moore is in studio with the latest.
Guys, police are still waiting for the autopsies on those children to come in, but we now have their names. They are 2-year-old Terrikah Boyd and 1-year-old Janaea Boyd. Police say they will not release the name of the supposed mother unless she faces charges. Police originally told us they found the woman in a catatonic state, meaning she could not communicate with them. And at this time, police have no update on her condition. But the children's grandmother tells us that her condition has not improved. Funeral services for the children will be held at the Branford Dawson Funeral Home, and the Temple community came together Sunday to raise more than $700 to help the family with the cost of the burial. The fundraiser was on 35th Street, where the children lived, but organizer Christine Duran says they have seen support from all over.
People from all over Temple have been coming, dropping off items to be either donated, dropping off money.
The money will be given directly to the Branford Dawson Funeral Home. Meanwhile, the 2 children found alive with the supposed mother had a custody hearing today. A Texas Department of Family and Protective Services spokesman told me today the court is exploring placing those children with a relative out of state. Guys?
Andrew Moore reporting for us on what certainly sounds like a very difficult situation. If you want to share your condolences with the family, you can do so online. We encourage you to go to kcentv.com to find out how.
Okay, now let's go ahead and move on to the next video here real quick. and then I'll tell you guys a little bit more.
A Temple mother is behind bars after the suspicious deaths of two of her children. Today, 36-year-old Terrikah Haynes is charged with 2 counts of abandoning and endangering a child. Last month, Temple police found Haynes unconscious with the bodies of 2-year-old Terrikah and 1-year-old Gianna Boyd, along with 2 other children found alive. Those children are in CPS custody. No word on how exactly the children died. The investigation is underway.
I'm going to tell you guys, matter of fact, you guys are saying the stream pause. I don't think it did because I figured out what I needed to do. Like when I've been running the internet for a while, I just turn it off and turn it back on, but it seems to have been fine. But let me check. I'm going to check from my phone.
Gianna Boyd, along with 2 other children.
Yeah, stream is working, guys. So it might just be a couple people. Just hit the refresh button, okay? But everything else is fine on our end.
A Temple mother is behind bars after the suspicious deaths of 2 of her children. Today, 36-year-old Terrikah Haynes is charged with 2 counts of abandoning and endangering a child.
So to Eula asked, is this in Texas? Yes, this is in Texas. Temple, Texas, to be specific. And Texas takes another L. Yes.
Last month, Temple police found Haynes unconscious with the bodies of 2-year-old Terrikah and 1-year-old Gianna Boyd, along with 2 other children found alive. Those children are in CPS custody. No word on how exactly the children died. The investigation is underway. You can read the full arrest affidavit on fox44news.com.
Tonight we're getting a first look inside a home where 4 children were found in Temple, 2 dead and 2 starving and scared.
We want to warn you, you may find it hard to look at these pictures. They were taken inside the house a few days after police arrived on September 30th. Tonight, Terrikah Haynes remains behind bars, charged with 2 counts of child endangerment.
News 10's Megan Vanslow has been talking with residents who are understandably upset about what was going on in their neighborhood. She joins us now live. So Megan, how are they taking all this?
You know what? I wondered that too. Mom's fur babies, and I think a couple other people, LaShondra said, why is she not charged with murder? That's a great question, because I'm going to tell you guys, regardless of whatever the circumstances is, we're talking about initial charges based on what we understand, okay? If this were a man, and I know we're not trying to, be on this whole sexist thing, but if this were a man, do you guys think that they would have charged a man as lightly as they've charged this woman? I think they definitely would have given this man murder charges, straight up and down. But because for some reason we don't really hold a lot of women accountable, I know we have a lot of good mothers. By the way, in my chat, we have a lot of good women in my chat. Most of us understand the fact that this is bullshit, right? We don't stand for people that abuse children, and our people over here, us as the AFC, especially my channel members, we understand that this type of thing absolutely has to stop, and somebody's got to put their freaking foot down and take a stand and speak out against these bad parents and people that believe that this type of thing is okay, that mothers are infallible and they can just do whatever they want to because it's their kids. It's funny how it's their kids when it comes to making the choices that they want to make and who they choose to have their kids with and where they choose to leave them at. But when it comes to the money, all of a sudden now it's supposed to be a joint split thing between the mother and the biological father. I just think it's just weird. That's all weird. Let's move on.
They're having nightmares, Tara and Gordon, and even though the arrest affidavit and these pictures are able to shed some light as to what happened to these innocent children, neighbors say they still have a ton of questions. Piles of clothes, knocked over beds, empty food and drink containers. Inside, 4 children locked with no electricity or running water. You can see the stroller neighbors say they used to see Terrikah Haynes use to walk her kids in every day, as well as cribs where little Terrikah and Janae would sleep. But it's a mess. Still unknown just how long the children suffered.
Let me take a pause real quick because sometimes I will see what you guys write in the comment section, but I did catch this one. Melissa Costner said exactly what I've been thinking. How much more help does she need? Food stamps, housing, Goodwill, car vouchers, the Salvation Army, willing grandparents to help out? How much more help does she need? Thank you for pointing that out, by the way. I know a lot of y'all are expressing a lot of the same sentiments. That's what I'm saying.
Multiple neighbors say they hadn't seen Haynes walking her kids for some time. They say they can't help but wonder why Haynes would endanger her kids, saying she always seemed like a caring, loving mother. Temple police say the day they made entry into her home was her first encounter with the department. She was taken to Baylor Scott & White on September 30th, and that's where police say they made the arrest more than 2 weeks later. The Texas Department of Family and Protective Services also says it has no prior validated history of abuse or neglect involving Haynes. But as neighbors try to understand, they continue to do what they can to help. If you would like to help, we have that information on our website, and that funeral for Tariq and Janae is set for this Friday at 1 p.m. at the Branford Dawson Funeral Home. In Temple, I'm Megan Banslow, KWTX News 10.
All right. Now, let me apologize about that audio because I recorded it in a weird way. I don't even know why I recorded it that way. Oh, because I was out of town. That's why. Anyway, so check this out. How can you get a car voucher? I'm just saying. Let me ask you guys this. While we got about 254 people, if y'all would click that thumbs up, as you guys do that on a more consistent basis, we'll have more people that will get notified that we're live. I know YouTube don't always send out the notifications, but it's a glitch that they need to work out in their system. This is what I believe about the car vouchers, food stamps, Section 8, all of this stuff. Help from the Salvation Army, Goodwill. In my opinion, we incentivize bad behavior in the United States of America. How many of y'all agree with that? In my opinion, it seems like the people who do the most heinous stuff in our country are the ones who get the help. The people who are the most irresponsible get all the help in this country. Now let me pose this, because y'all know I don't normally do this. I'm going to pose something to all of the citizens in America, and maybe this type of thing can spread across the pond. If y'all are dealing with similar issues across the world, then maybe you guys can understand where I'm coming from. I know this thing is all about money. This thing is all about trying to generate wealth. I get that. In turn, as you continue to promote the bad behavior, all they do is just fill up your jails, and they get paid off of each and every life and death. I'm going to say that again. They get paid off of each and every life and death. Understand what I just said? No conspiracy theories. That's real talk, right? That's a fact. But here's the crazy thing. As easy as they can make money off of the bad things that we do, if you just incentivize good and better behavior, you could still make just as much money. You really could. And I think that for the people that want to get married and have families and have children in responsible homes, protect them, love them, care for them, you could actually incentivize that. And more people would not only help and become a better society, but it would also get rid of a lot of the degenerate people, the people that don't want to do better, the people that continue to point the finger at everybody else, talk about the evil, bad boogeyman, white man, and all of that good stuff. I'm sorry, but in my lifetime, I would love to see our government, who we put in charge, who work for us, I would love to see them start encouraging good behavior. Most of the people out there watching right now ought to think that's a weird thing. The fact that we live in a society right now where all the people doing fucked up shit, killing kids and leaving a kid in this environment, she had every opportunity to get these kids into the hands of somebody that could help her, and she refused. If she was not mentally competent, I'm going to say that again, if she was not mentally competent, then all they had to do was come in and say, you know what? She's not suitable to be a parent. Come in and take these kids away. That could have easily have happened. So I'm assuming that she probably put on a good face and a good front and convinced those people that everything was going to be all right. So I blame her solely. Now, y'all want to hear about the biological father? I can't tell you much, but all I can tell you is if you look up the memorial online, which is right here, I looked up the obituary, which had the information on Tariq Boyd and Janaea Boyd, which are the two kids who were ages 1 and 2. It shows that their survivor, who was the father, J-A-R-M-A-L, Jamal Boyd Sr. is the biological father. Father, I guess you could say father. But it's showing, I think they might be out of Dallas, I guess. If y'all know who he is and how to find him or whatever, or if he just wants to talk with us and explain what happened in the story, I'd love to hear if he lost custody, what was going on with him. I personally don't understand it, but nonetheless, I think that we definitely have to stop incentivizing bad behavior. And by the way, before I forget this, do y'all want to see the GoFundMe? Oh, yes. There was a GoFundMe. Ain't that some stuff? And I know y'all know that there was going to be a GoFundMe. Y'all had to know that money was going to be involved. So let me show you guys this, because I don't know if they got shut down, but I'll show you what we got. Here we go. Boom. Let me make this bigger on the screen so you guys can see it. This is the GoFundMe that is now deactivated. Benefit for Tariq and Janai and surviving siblings. They raised a total of $380. There was a photo here, as you guys can see, of people at the memorial. And it said, this fundraiser is no longer accepting donations. If you are the organizer, beneficiary, team member, or donor, sign in to see additional information. So I'm assuming that they took it down, but Christina Duran out of Temple, Texas was the organizer. So if you guys want to contact her and maybe find out why this was taken down, I'm assuming it was taken down for a reason though. But nonetheless, I think that's all I have to say about this story. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Let me pull up my link real quick. Okay, yeah, this is on the memorial. So let me go ahead and, like I say, she seems to be normal, but like I say, sometimes you cannot judge a book by its cover. A nice smiling, normal looking face, and this bride could be as crazy as the day is long. But let me go ahead and pause it right here. There were 4 children in this story. Let's not forget that. There were 4 victims in this story. 2 of them lived and 2 of them did not. The smallest of the 2, the ones who could not speak for themselves, the ones who cannot defend themselves, ages 1 and 2-year-old, Janaea and Tariq Boyd, probably died of starvation, I'm assuming. If they were not beaten to death, I'm assuming they probably died of starvation. Of course, that is not an official from the autopsy report. And then you had a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. The fact that this woman was not able to take care of 1 child, of 2 children, but she was allowed to have a 3rd and a 4th, to me, that's the type of thing that I believe that these type of people, it's not all black women, by the way, because I know we got some good ones out there, but for these type of mothers specifically, you need to take their ovaries out and drop them in a pot of hot water. Burn them. Take the ovaries. Hashtag take the ovaries. Women like this do not need to produce. It's too easy for them to get dick. As a matter of fact, let me say this, because maybe some of y'all men out there might get upset with me saying this. One of y'all men out there, maybe it was even the biological father, there had to have been something about this woman that told you that she was a piece of shit. And I'm going to say something. I'm going to start getting on to these guys about sleeping with these trashy ass, nasty ass, dumb ass, broke ass, disenfranchised ass bitches. Ooh, did you hear me say that? Gonna get in your feelings? You're gonna flaggy my channel? This father of probably got multiple fathers. So let's just say we got 4 different fathers, right? 2 to 4 fathers. Y'all had to have known that there was something wrong and you chose to stick your dick unprotected in a broad like this? Come on, man. I know that if she was living filthy the way that those pictures depicted, then that means that not only her house smelled that way, but I can guarantee you, I bet you her body smelled like that. Ew. Ew. Huh? Y'all hear me? What y'all think her body smelled like if she constantly had this problem where the goddamn Salvation Army had to keep coming in and bailing this bitch out? Y'all think that she was taking baths? Y'all think they were giving the kids baths? The fact that people were able to walk up to the house and smell dead bodies ought to tell you something. And not only that, even her mental state, for her to be able to sit in that and smell dead bodies, not go for help, not ask for help, not knock on a neighbor's door, nothing. You're just going to let the kids sit there and die with you just because you're a dumb, stupid, miserable female. And I'm sorry, to the guys and to the biological fathers, no excuse for this, man. No excuse for that. And I'm going to hold it to the men to step y'all dick game up. Can we get a hashtag in the chat? I think I like that. Step your dick game up, brothers. We have to do better. I learned almost 13 years ago to not put my dick in a blender. You heard me? I've not put myself back in that situation to continue to keep subjecting myself to child support in this effed up system and continue to just keep sleeping with random chicks and having a bunch of random babies out there. I've tried my best to be responsible and I've lived up to that. So not only do I preach that, but I live that. And I think that you have to walk how you talk. How about that? How about that for a novel concept? That's all I got to say about this story. I want to thank all of you people for listening. And I thank all of the ladies out there. I know that I think the majority of my channel is a bunch of ladies that listen. And I want to shout you guys out. I know we got some good guys out there. See, the cool thing about men, and I know Tommy talks about this all the time. Shout out to my brother Tommy Sotomayor. Usually with men, when you tell them some real stuff, they'll be like, you know what, dog, you right. You right. So what we need to do is we just need our women to step their game up also and just accept that and say, we all got to do better together. Let's step outside of our feelings. Let's step outside of ourselves. Let's step up for them. We've lived a lot of life. If you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s, or whatever, however old you are, you've gotten a chance to see life and live life and gotten an opportunity to be productive. But what about Janaea and Tariq and their two other siblings? What about them? What is a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old going to do to provide and take care of themselves, feed themselves, clothe themselves, bathe themselves, have shelter and education? Last time I checked, they depend on us for every single thing that they get. Janaea, baby, you deserved better. Tariq, baby boy, you deserved better. To the other two kids, I thank the heavens above, and to the entities that exist. I am a religious guy, more spiritual than religious, but I believe that there was a reason why those two other kids were saved, and I'm glad that they are, and I hope that they get an opportunity to be loved and cared for, and they can grow up and just get a chance. I think that they'll take their chance and be productive in this world, and I pray that that happens, that they can grow up and be something great. For their baby siblings, I want to wish them my sincerest condolences from my heart to yours, Tariq and Janaea Boyd. Y'all deserve better, and we're sorry that you guys did not get a chance in this world, and everybody around you failed you. Okay, this is your boy DJ Just J. That's why we're the AFC. We advocate for children first. From my heart to yours, thank you guys so much for listening to the stream. We'll see you guys on the next stream. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, okay? We'll see you guys on the next stream.
Hey there, listeners. Are you looking for authentic design from brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Gucci, Michael Kors, and so much more at a price that you can actually afford? Well, let me introduce you to Nora's Authentic Designer handbags, shoes, and accessories, where we have designs to meet all of your needs. All items are 100% authentic, brand new, and being sold at prices you don't want to miss out on. Find us on Tradesy.com, at Nora's 915, or email us at norasauthenticdesign@gmail.com. Hey there, listeners. Are you looking for authentic design from brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Gucci, Michael Kors, and so much more at a price that you can actually afford? Well, let me introduce you to Nora's Authentic Designer handbags, shoes, and accessories, where we have designs to meet all of your needs. All items are 100% authentic, brand new, and being sold at prices you don't want to miss out on. Find us today on Tradesy.com at Nora's 915, or email us at norasauthenticdesign@gmail.com.
Hi guys, what's going on, man? This is your boy DJ Just J, and I want to let you guys know that YouTube just approved us for channel memberships, and I'd like to thank you guys so much for your support. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna explain what channel membership means. And just so I can make this clear, all of the videos and content that you currently watch is going to remain free. So all of our news videos, reactions, interviews, in and out videos, and music will continue to be free, and I hope that you guys will continue to enjoy the content. So on top of that, we're going to offer content exclusively for our members for a small monthly contribution for those that want to join. There will be some really cool benefits like our new AFC badges, and it's going to give you an opportunity to stand out and show your pride for the children. Everybody enjoys the live chat on YouTube, and now we could offer more exclusive privileges to our members during the live shows. I don't know if you've bought any merch yet, or maybe you're just waiting on a discount. Well, we're making getting your AFC gear easier with member discounts. There are quite a few perks available and options. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope that you will become an AFC Advocates for Children member. And we'll see you guys on the next live show. Thanks. All right, let me read this real quick, and let me give another shout out to Illicit Deeds. Real quick. Let me give a shout out to my brother, Relationship Rehab. I just saw him check in just a second ago. If you'll type in the chat again, bro, if you're still listening, so that way that they can find your channel, click those 3 dots to the right of your name and subscribe to your channel. I would love to see that. And shout out to my brother, Relationship Rehab, as well as my brother, Tommy Sotomayor. If you guys have not watched fatherlessamerica.com, the movie, I encourage you guys to do so. Like, if you ever think about our stories and wonder where do we get our perspective from, I think that movie will actually do a lot of justice to kind of give you a different insight as to what's actually going on in our world. Let me say this real quick, because Miss Cash Brown from Illicit Deeds posted, not only is she a channel member and advocates for children as well, but we just found out that she said that this woman had a child that died in 2013 as well. Wow. I wish I would have read that. Miss Cash Brown, if you're still in there, I wish I would have read that while we were still on the stream. While we were still on the story. So that means she had 5 children. I wish I could just go back and reinsert just that part. Maybe I can. Maybe I can cut it somewhere, especially on the replay. So based on what we just found out, and thank you to Miss Cash Brown, not only for the super chat donation, but the information, and that's also why I like the super chat, because it shows up highlighted. She said that she had a child that died in 2013 as well. Now, y'all tell me that this chick is not irresponsible. Eula Q Johnson said, my heart goes out to those babies, and she donated as well. So thank you to Eula. If you are listening, I want to thank you very much for doing that. Someone dropped an article on my Facebook post about this. So again, if you guys have not checked out Illicit Deeds on Facebook, I encourage you guys to do so. Let me see. I repeated that while you were live. Okay. Thank you, Mom's Fur Baby. So that's why we have the chat here. So they'll be able to actually see that message as it's going back through on the replay. So that's why we have you guys here, man. We definitely appreciate you guys helping. Again, thank you to Last Chance. Thank you to Nancy. Thank you to Mom's Fur Babies. Thank you to Eula. Thank you to Miss Cash Brown and anybody else. If you can find it in your budget to donate to our stream or even join the channel memberships, it really, really helps what we do here. And it stands for our message to advocate for children first. We're going to play you guys a couple of tunes and we're going to get the hell up out of here, man. Love you guys. Y'all have a great Sunday, but we got a lot more stories coming up. I don't enjoy having to report bad news, but I'm just saying somebody's got to talk about it, and I'm glad that we are in a position to where we can advocate for these babies because they absolutely need it. Okay, and maybe my music is not gonna play. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me see. Let's go. I could do this another way. Let me see. Oh, I did. I wrote that wrong. Just another. Where's the mega remix? Where's the mega remix? I had one. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I don't want to close y'all out with no music at all. Hold on. I love to play music on the show. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. There we go. Let's try that one.
This a love shot track for you, baby.
It's just Jay and I'm back again. I'm from the north side where we get it in. You know it's Love Shack on the track again. Relax yourself, dog, please settle down. 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 My sense of pride got me paranoid. Make it hard to trust, can never fill the void. Kinda like a loner, don't need to have friends. Who can you really trust? Not even best friends. Spin your ends, they pretend, feel what I'm saying. Images portraying, deceit is amazing. Peep the metaphor, I'm kicking knowledge, homie. Elevate your mind, religious testimony. I never was a phony, always kept it real. Oklahoma City, that's where I hang and chill. Always on my grind, barely ever sleep. Sacrifice to get it, family gotta eat. Pardon my position, I'm just on a mission. All my wildest dreams came into fruition. Getting to the money, play the game for keeps. Even in the cold, always got the heat. Just Jay and I'm back again.
It's that elbow out the window, lean to the left eye. Murder weapon on my wrist, watch kill it every time. Yes. The bounce of a 6-4 on July 3rd. Hang around chumps, then your dream gets deferred. That's my word. That power steering fluid got my turn. Ain't no handouts, giving everything your boy earned. It's been done finest and the illest thing you ever heard. Backpack full of merchandise, I'm on your curb. Get you some, be a part of history. Working for electric companies, I'm bringing energy and finna be a currently one of your favorites. With the flow, you would think me and Biggie related. That's why you play it, see we ain't no kin. You just hypnotized. Ride the beat very well like it's motorized. Now you realize I'm from the true MC tribe. Let me cook something fresh, then I hit you with the vibe. Hit you with the vibe. Hit you when the beat drop. Hit you with the vibe. Hit you with the vibe.
Just another day to sit back and parlay with all of the homies. Just another day you having your fun with all of the loved ones. Just another day.
Hit you with the vibe. Hit you with the vibe.
Just another day.
As I'm chilling, feeling the vibe, I'm looking back at my life and I'm lucky to be alive. Cause I done been through it all, but luckily I survived. Now I'm out on my own trying to provide. Got a little crib out on the south for a little ride. If you coming through, bring us a bottle and come inside. I'm just trying to kick it with my kinfolk. I'm getting money now, but I've been broke. I know how it is trying to stay afloat. I'm on a mission to get it, don't need permission to spit it. I know you wishing you did it, you loving the way I fit it, but check out the way I kick it. Hold up, I got it from the mud, straight from the dirt. I do it for the fan, do it for the turf. I didn't have a lot, but I made it work. Get it poppin' and they gon' hate. Just another day chillin' in the old state. Chillin' in the old state.
We're sending this one to the music and you, and to the tunes of your life that made you get up and move. Kurt put the track in gear and I set my lyrics to cruise. My old city bobbing with us cause this groove is smooth. After a long day of work, man, with your deck tuned to Ozzy Brothers, Boosie Collins, and Al Green coming through. And now you're tuned into a Love Shack in Sandtown crew. And this Tribe Quest type of swing got your feet ready to move. And we gon' push this hella hard and get this street approved. And make this something old folks and grandkids to ride to. Ain't no pointing no fingers, it's dedicated to who ever got a love for music and what music could do. It could be hip hop, country, rock, rhythm or blues, whatever it takes to get you relaxed and get your mind amused. Because a world without music would be so confused. It'd be a world of domination and we all would lose. That's why I keep on thanking God for making these musical tools. And we gon' keep on healing souls and making this music for you.
Just another day to sit back and parlay with all of the homies. Just another day you having your fun with all of the loved ones. Just another day.
Hit you with the vibe. Hit you with the vibe.
Just another day.
Here make 'em clap, make 'em clap. They can do it like that. Make 'em clap, make 'em clap. You can do it like that. Make 'em clap, make 'em clap. They can do it like that. Make 'em clap, make 'em clap. You can do it like that. Fresh up out of school, finally made it home. There's no homework today. Daddy, where's my phone? Check my Instagram, then my Snapchat. Watching all the stories while I eat my Apple Jacks. Go to YouTube, then I hear this beat. It made me bob my head, clap my hands and stop my feet. I think I like this, so here's your chance. Turn on the cameras and do the Kira dance. swing and I wave. Put one hand up and I swing and I wave. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Now stop and make those shoulders do the running man. Stop and make those shoulders do the running man. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Now stop and make those shoulders do the running man. Stop and make those shoulders do the running man. Stop. Hey, make those shoulders do the running man. Stop. And make those shoulders do the running man. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Now stop. And make those shoulders do the running man. Okay. What? And make those shoulders do the running man. The Kira dance. That's what my friends do. Okay. We do the Kira dance. You're my friend too. I call my Uncle Star so he could bring Alexis. If he do not answer, I'll leave a screaming message. We have a sleepover and all my friends invited. My daddy brings us ice cream and we get so excited. Then we hear this beat and we say here's our chance to turn the cameras on and do the Kira dance. First we slide, then our heads slide, then our heads like me. Then I put one hand up, then I swing and I wave. Put one hand up, then I swing and I wave. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Now stop and make those shoulders do the running man. Stop and make those shoulders do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Oh my God. Do the Kira dance. Do the Kira dance. Now stop and make those shoulders do the running man. It's a party. Wake my friends up. We be dancing. We gon' have fun. Summer party. Put your hands up. We get too loud. Hear my dad come. It's a party. Wake my friends up. We be dancing. We gon' have fun. Summer party. Put your hands up. We get too loud. Hear my dad come. We made you breakfast.
Oh. What is that?
I'm not sure. It's pretty ugly though. Very, very ugly.
Yeah, that's very, very
Daddy,
ugly.
we get that. That is very, very ugly. We pictured that way more cooler in our heads.
Okay, who wants Denny's?
Me!
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Jazzy. Nice.
It's a love shot track.
Hey, boss bitch, and I been about my paper. You don't like that, you ain't nothing but a hater. If I see it and I want it, I'ma go and get it. If he ain't up on my level, then I ain't fucking with it. Hey, boss bitch, and I been about my paper. You don't like that, you ain't nothing but a hater. If I see it and I want it, I'ma go and get it. If he ain't up on my level, then I ain't fucking with it. Jazzy nights, I buy my own ice. If I tell him how to do it, I ain't gotta say it twice. Every time I say something, what? Everybody listening. Bitches me mugging cause my chain steady glistening. Real boss bitch, and I get it from the dirt. You a little hood rat, I'm the boss with the work. Got the sauce and it's running from my head to my toes. They can hate me all they want, I ain't worried about them hoes. What they need to do is get in line and follow the plan. Don't you know you just a worker and your boss is my man? Now look, we ain't tripping on that weak shit. I'm a vegan, I ain't worried about no beef biz. Jazzy, boss bitch, and I been about my paper. You don't like that, you ain't nothing but a hater. If I see it and I want it, I'ma go and get it. If he ain't up on my level, then I ain't fucking with it. Hey, boss bitch, and I been about my paper. You don't like that, you ain't nothing but a hater. If I see it and I want it, I'ma go and get it. If he ain't up on my level, then I ain't fucking with it.
A J Hand production.
Never cuff. I'll be there.
Man, I just let the chick go. Had to just let the chick go. I ain't got time. Man, I just let the chick go. Had to just let the chick go. I ain't got time. I can't mess with you cause all you girls are basic. I can't mess with you cause all you girls are basic. Man, I just let the chick go. Had to just let the chick go. I ain't got time. Man, I just let the chick go. Had to just let the chick go. I ain't got time. I can't mess with you cause all you girls are basic. I can't mess with you cause all you girls are basic. Basic than a bitch. Basic than a bitch. Steady poppin' shit. Steady poppin' shit. Always talking money. Always talking money. But never having shit. But never having shit. Focus on some dick. Focus on some dick. Or baby daddy shit. Or baby daddy shit. I'm focused on these numbers. Focus on these numbers. 3 into 6. Zeros, bitch. Either free throw or layup. No mathematics, bitch. You know you gotta pay up. It really poppin' since the days of the pager. No automatic pimpin'. We ain't never save them. Shit. I stay drippin' in sauce. Yo, bitch, you gonna get lost in the presence of this here boss. Fuck it, just let the bitch go. Fuck it, just let the bitch go. I ain't got time. It is more value than money, so bitch don't go wasting the mind. Wasting the mind. You must be out of your mind. Got to be out of your mind. Look at me shine. Left that bitch blind. Oh, was she crying? Cause you know, man, I left that bitch behind. Man, I just let the chick go. Had to just let the chick go. I ain't got time. Man, I just let the chick go. Had to just let the chick go. I ain't got time. I can't mess with you cause all you girls are basic. I can't mess with you cause all you girls are basic. I kick that ass to the curb. 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 I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. I kick that ass to the curb. 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 I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. I kick that ass to the curb. I hit that bitch with a swerve. She was getting on my nerves, so I had to ski skirt. I don't need you, you ain't heard. I'm a blessing, you a curse. Better options I observe. This shit I didn't deserve. But let's both just keep it trill. You was a favor for real. You was fucking around with Will, Phil, and the homie Jaleel. You ain't think I knew the deal? You expect me now to chill? I was just how I feel, but what we had is finally dead kill. But I'm just focused on me. Ain't no stressing cause I'm free. Got a baddie that's a freak. A side bitch that won't cheat. I just let it overseas. Took myself on shopping spree. Pick whatever, I ain't cheap. And if we run into each other, it's peace. I kick that ass to the curb. 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 I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard. No. I don't need you, you ain't heard.
Today, my schedule is kind of crazy right now. I'm booked up from the time I open up to the time I close, but I mean, maybe you can come in and get a price or something like that if you want.
Man, I'm only in town for a couple of days, and I heard you was the best in town, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, if you can do it.
Well, just come check me out. I'll be here.
Okay, I'll come through.
But only if you let me. But only if you let me. Yeah.
I clear my schedule so I can spend the day with you. We start with breakfast since the day is kinda premature. I take you shopping, buy you down to Cameron, New York. I like it when my baby smelling good, juicy can talk. I adore me more, you so feisty. I mess around and make you wifey, we feeling good. Feeling like a king while you all up in my space. I give it back, that's why I let you have your way, and that's that. I'm feeling good, you feeling good, we keep it pushing. I got no plans, you got no plans, so what's cooking? We leave the factory, I got her VJ mad at me. Hilton honored me for the way I left her bed sheets. We gaze the sky as we lie for a moment. You give me that look like I'm your tenderoni. I'm back up on it, you own it, it makes you own it. I'm team all you, so do it like you own it. It's whatever you want, today you get it. You're so good to me, today you live it. Every woman needs a good man and you're so gifted. You deserve what I give you cause you keep me so lifted.
Ain't a trickin' if you got it. But I can find the things in life. Only if you let me. Cause only if you let me. Anything that you want, you can get it. Want it time, money, then you can only if you let me.
Manicure, pedicure. that you a beauty shopaholic, but it don't matter if I own the world, girl, I come up off it. My agenda for today is to get you bossing. Top down, you and the passengers, we flossing. Golf courses made me want to get behind it. Hilton honored me, so I had to go remind it. I'm the best she ever had, she let me sign it. We in the club, we on the dance floor grinding. Last call, we take 2 shots, then we IHOP. But that's not all because we end up back in my spot. And to hit the spot, I got you Vicky secrets and some burning candles. All you can handle. It's whatever you want, today you get it. You're so good to me, today you live it. Every woman needs a good man and you're so gifted. You deserve what I give you cause you keep me so lifted.
It ain't tricking if you got it. Look like the finer things in life. Only if you let me. But only if you let me. Anything that you want, you can get it. Want the time, money, it, you can only if you let me.
It seems like she ready.
Time, baby, you know we've been way overdue. It's been 5 months since I had you, girl, so just come on through. You said he wasn't poking you like me or made your body weak. Surprised you didn't call Tyrone. You called, I show no freak. Let me show you up and gon' show out just like a nympho do. Give you what your body's calling for and get on top of you. Massage you from your neck to feet to loosen up your muscles. Kissing real softly, I creep to make your knees buckle. Baby girl, I'ma relax your mind and stimulate everything. We got all night, I'ma take my time, remind you of the mood I bring. Nice and slow like H-Town, emotions to make you cry sometime. After tonight, AM, you gon' want me, girl, to make you mine.
Float your boat, babe, let me tank you. Whoa, baby, let her hit her swing by. Yeah. Oh, it's been in the works a long time. It's been on my mind. Yeah, I'm tryna get that body spasms. And it seems just like you wanna have her. Shoot my shot, I gotta try. You give it to me, I'ma give you what you like. Tell me, is you bold enough to act upon your feelings? Street, or are you ready for this sex on the ceiling? Girl, it's 1 a.m. and the mood is getting heavy. Quit acting like you are if you're not. Cause baby girl, it seems like you're ready.
Exes want you back, I'ma make sure you don't want them like that. Give you comfortability, stability by the way I act. Penetrate you deep with both these hands sentimentally. Make you say my name till you come, yeah, unforgivingly. Grab you real close to me, watch stroking you the 3rd degree. Let you rock this long dick, watch your titties bounce perfectly. Give me all of you, girl, don't hold back, I'm tryna take your soul. Repair all of your heartbreak, the handyman that makes you whole. Watch me turn you out, good sex that will make you shout. Daddy, let's pretend you are my nurse and I'm your patient being nasty. Baby, check my heart, beating pulse, I'm anxious, hell like genuine. The nightcap I am giving you will have chills going down your spine.